are gonna move. Okay, go. What's up, people? Just trying to get out of this parking lot. Let's see. I'm an excellent driver, by the way. There we go. All right. What's up, people? Your boy Clan once again. Hope everybody's having a pretty awesome day. We're all pretty excited about later on today when we take on the Lakers at 7:30, and on top of that, being a watch party, so that's going to be fun. Oh, by the way, I just want to go ahead and mention this now before we get into like the topic of the day, I guess. A few things, a couple things. Number one, I'm very happy to announce that tonight we will be interviewing, well, mostly Harrison, because Harrison is the most excited about it. But we'll be interviewing Matt Prezzi's son. Okay, so it'll be Paul Prezzi. Well, Paul. I think they got the same name. Damn it, dude! I can't. Oh my God! What kind of freaking like road is this? Where if I come out right now, right? There's only a right lane, so I would have to make a right as soon as I make a right out of this parking lot. Like I can't even go straight. This is so stupid. Anyways, but yeah, we'll be interviewing Paul Prezzi. He used to play for the San Antonio Spurs, and this is his son. Okay, so we'll be talking to him. He's also a baller, so that'll be interesting. Thanks to Nate. And I know you guys saw the interview with Nate, the rapper from San Antonio, that I did for the halftime of last watch party, and he ended up hooking us up and gave us some connections to him. It was like, hey, he would love to be on, and we said, cool, let's do it. So he'll be on during halftime. Maybe he'll give us some juicy information about what his dad has said about working for the Spurs as well. And then we can see what he has going on. So it should be pretty good. It should be pretty good. And knowing Harrison, he's going to ask some really, really good stuff. You got to really stop being like Ginobili, man. It's too much. That's funny. Oh, yeah. So I wanted to get that out the way. So at halftime, we'll be talking to him during the watch party tonight. So go to Order on the Court, subscribe to us, or go to oocspurs.com and become a member there to support our group or whatever. Now, apart from that, all right? So apart from that, on my channel, please watch Like Ginobili, okay? It was a lot of hard work that got put into that for me to get those features to begin with. Like, not so much All-Star, because that's my boy, and not so much Lace either, but it was a lot of mixing and a lot of effort put in it from me and those two. So please go watch that video, and you're not going to be disappointed. I think by far it's my favorite thus far. And really, I've been really thinking about, well, we'll talk about this after, okay? I'm kind of ranting a little bit, but I was just going to say I've been thinking about like making more music that's maybe not always Spurs related, but I could put Spurs references in it. I mean, it's kind of easy to do that. But anyway, that's what I was pointing. So let's talk about tonight. So the reason why the topic today is, are we better without LA, is because I'm pretty sure that's going to be a topic if LA does not play. If you've seen it, he's been listed as questionable with left knee soreness. So I'm assuming that the reason why LA didn't play the second half much last game was due to soreness in the knee. I'm just going to make that assumption because, like I said before, I don't think Popovich would make a statement with LA. I don't think he would do it. I don't think he would do it with LA or DeMar DeRozan. Honestly, with this team all together, I don't know if he would really make a statement. Maybe sitting guys like Lonnie and DeJounte or something, like, hey, you young guys need to get it together. Maybe something like that, or to sit them and use it as a teaching moment. But I don't think Popovich would sit LaMarcus Aldridge to make a statement. I think he's over there with LA, and I don't think LA will respond well to that. So that's that. So that's my thoughts on that front. So I'm just going to assume that it was due to the left knee soreness, and maybe he already had that last game and we just didn't hear about it. So he may or may not play tonight. Now that's where the question comes in are we better without LA? Because obviously we've looked, because this is the thing, like people get this confused where they say, are we better without LA? Because we look better without LA. Just because we look better at times doesn't mean the longevity, or not the longevity, but in the long haul, that we're going to look better without LA. You know, that's just not going to happen. You know what I mean? Dude, is that Dude Little? Dude Little, I'll answer your question in a minute. But yeah, just because we look better at the moment doesn't mean that in the long haul we'll look better without LA. It's just that the Spurs, when you don't have LA on the court, they're really and don't get me wrong, LA has done fine as far as passing the ball. He hasn't been back to the basket like crazy or anything like that. But the Spurs are going to look better when they're forced to pass the ball more and more and more. But that doesn't necessarily mean that we're better. You need that talent. Like, you need LA. It's just that we got to find a way to fit LA in. You know what I mean? So, like, as of right now, when it comes to LaMarcus Aldridge, I think that I've been saying this, but I think that he should take on, or at least embrace, a new role. Okay. Obviously he's been trying as far as, shooting the threes, and he's finding the open guy and stuff like that. But man, I'm tired of seeing LA get bullied sometimes in the paint. I'm tired of it. And he shouldn't have a game in which, I don't care if he didn't play in the second half, he shouldn't have a game where he scored like less than 10 points ever. And I hate that he has to, it seems as if he has to have his back to the basket fadeaway jumper to get his points, and it's like that just slows things down. It doesn't really help a whole lot. I think that it'd be better off if he could take more of a back seat until like the fourth quarter, and then he go into the fourth quarter, give him the ball, and now okay, where it's a really close game, now we need some points. But the problem is he got to get going early. So it's I don't know, man. I don't know if LA fits in today's NBA. I definitely don't know if he fit with the San Antonio Spurs right now. But as it stands, we do need him. He's by far maybe the second most talented player on the team. Maybe the most talented. He's definitely the most talented scorer on the team. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. But don't be surprised if he don't play tonight, because he is listed as questionable. I guess that's better than doubtful. Usually questionable means play, but I wouldn't be surprised if he played not a whole bunch of minutes. Too Little said, who's LA? LaMarcus Aldridge. You know that. He's playing with me. Ruru says LA can fit, but I think he'll be better once Derek is back. Yeah, that's true too. Because Derek White has a way of like giving you the ball in very good positions. Like, he has a way of really getting the ball in your hands in a really comfortable spot. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, DeJounte Murray has been great as far as what they're asking him to do, and the rebounding and stuff like that. He's playing hard defense. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to sit here and harp on DeJounte, but I have noticed that some of DeJounte's passes are too slow, or they're or he see it like a millisecond too late, and then it ended up being kind of it ended up being an okay shot, but it could have been a better shot. And I think that's one of the key things with the Spurs right now. Once you have Derek White in there, you're going to get the ball in positions that are way more comfortable for those players, and he's going to see things develop before they happen. So I think that's going to be an extra layer of nastiness that we're going to have. Derek looks to involve LA more in the offense. What? Oh, looks to involve LA more in the offense. Yeah, he does. Let me see. And if you recall, when DeJounte Murray was starting last season, LA actually said that when they finally said, okay, we're going to go ahead and start Derek White, all that weird stuff was going on with DeJounte, like unfollowing certain Spurs players. It was really weird. But they end up saying that actually, or he ended up saying that Derek White hooks him up pretty well. Like he said that Derek White knows the team, he knows where we want the ball, he knows our spots. So yeah, LA's a big fan of Derek White, and they play really well together, as Ruger said. Hey Jason, what's up? Hey, by the way, if you guys can give this video a like, and okay, so first off, let me go ahead and say this. I didn't get a chance to pick a winner yesterday, like I said I would. So I didn't get a chance to pick a winner. So that's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. But with that being said, all right, so I wasn't able to pick a winner, but I will be picking a winner in the next couple days as far as for the giveaway. And if you want to know how to enter the giveaway, you still can. So what you'll do is just go into the description box, and the giveaway is for a Fiesta shirt, by the way, from RGTV or RGTZ. So you'll go in the description box below. If you see Spurs group chat, so it'll say Spurs group chat, click that link, get the app, go into the chat, and you'll see a section for a giveaway, and it'll tell you what to do. It's like really easy, but basically just click the link in my bio. That's the group chat. Go in there and you'll see. We're almost at 900, by the way. We might be like 3 people away from 900, so that's crazy. Like we'll be at 1K in no time. Especially I think after probably the next giveaway, whenever I do a next giveaway. But yeah, go do that. And also they also have like a $1,000 grand prize thing going on. I think you might have to put like a little bit of money in it. I don't know. I haven't played it, but it's on the chat, and Flick just put it on there. I guess it's on everybody's chat. So yeah, and that's in bright pink, so you're not gonna miss that. So yeah, I think that's kind of cool as well. I heard that people in Texas can't bet. Well, it's not that I heard that. When I went to Texas, I used to play FanDuel all the time, and yeah, I couldn't bet. And that's really sucked. Clay, it's game day. Yeah, it is, man. Rudy Gay, LA, 1 RP. Okay, I'm confused. LA just had surgery. Let him figure it out. Give him more time. Hey, that's fair, Robert. That's fair. That's fair. I guess, you know, when I get on to like LA and just particular players, I guess I just think about the past, like what happened in the past with them. So it's kind of hard for me to just be like, okay, let me give him some time. Okay, let me give him this. You know, I still personally haven't recovered from the whole asking for a trade thing. I haven't really recovered from it. And you know, I would have recovered from it if it weren't for LaMarcus always keep giving these hints, these big hints that he kind of wants to go back to the Trailblazers, and it just makes me feel like your heart isn't 100% in it. And if every single player isn't 100% in it, there's no way you're going to win a championship. And then I think about like when we got kicked out of the playoffs, and near the end of the game, it was his fault. It was a big. He took a lot of blame for that. He should have took a lot of blame for that. Was when he wasn't listening or he couldn't hear Popovich or whatever, but he didn't know to foul, and no one else on the team could foul. I mean, come on, bro. Like, no one else on the team could foul. They had like a bunch. Like, I think Rudy Gay might have been all the way at the corner. Patty Mills couldn't foul because he was like at his limit, and we needed a foul. And it's like he wasn't even aware of what position we were in. He had a terrible game that game, and I could excuse that. But then after the game, LaMarcus Aldridge like seemed like he didn't even care. You know, you had Brent Forbes out there really, really upset, saying, you know, it's all right, we're going to get together. You had Derek White crying, literally crying. If you go watch the post game, when you get off of here, go watch the post game of Game 7 versus the Nuggets, and look at Derek White interview. Hopefully you can find it. Derek White, when they talked to Derek White post game, that man was crying. So this team cared. And I felt like that really just rubbed me the wrong way when I felt like LA didn't care, you know. So that's why I don't give him too many like passes. Like I want to be like, hey, LA man, you know, recover, you know, do what you got to do, gradually get into it. But I don't think there's any room for that anymore. As far as for me, because I'm like, yo, you gotta care, man. You put your 100% in it. I feel like you don't. I don't know. You know. So I don't know. LA's way too slow. Oh, that was another thing as well. With the last few games, another reason LA hasn't looked good is because we sped up the pace a little bit. That's true too. But that was awful, man. That you talking about that Adams open dunk where he was like trailing behind Adams. Oh my gosh, that was terrible. I mean, he was so slow. He was so slow to the point he just pointed at Trey Lyles to get him. It was like, oh my goodness, dude. Ugh. Jakob to start. I hope Jakob starts. That would be really cool. That'd be really cool. I'm really shocked that Keldon started. I know one of the questions that we were talking about on Order on the Court yesterday or last night was whether or not what's the name? Dang it, what was I gonna say? I don't know. What was I gonna say? Oh my god, I just went blank. I'm tired. What was I gonna say? Hold on, let me see. Oh yeah, I know what I was gonna say. We were talking about whether or not what's his name? Devin Vassell will get playing time once Derek White is back. And I was the one that I wholeheartedly think that he's going to get playing time, and I don't think that's really going to change. As far as whose minutes Derek White is going to eat out of, I think it's just going to be a slight mixture of different people, but I don't think it's going to be a big deal. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I think it's going to be a mixture of players. I think it's going to be a couple players, but I don't think he's going to eat out of, like, Devin Vassell's minutes to the point where he doesn't play. I think it may be Trey Lyles a little bit. You know, DeJounte probably minutes get reduced just a little bit. For the good, though. You know, Lonnie minutes get reduced. But it would probably be something like that. You know, but I don't think he's just going to take somebody's minutes 100%. I think Patty's minutes should be limited a little bit. Not that Patty's playing bad, just so you can reserve them, you know, for the hopefully the playoffs, but, you know, for deeper in the season, whatever. If we get there. These players, man, out here partying and doing stupid stuff. So we might not even get there, but you know what I'm saying. So, yeah. So I think he's gonna take, you know, some playing time, but it won't be to the point where Devin Vassell isn't playing. I don't even know if that would make sense. The fact that Popovich has put so much faith in Vassell thus far, and one thing I want to mention too, I don't feel like Vassell comes into the game as a, like, Pop tell him you do this one thing right now. It looks like Devin Vassell kind of has the green light. Maybe everyone kind of has the green light to do what they need to do with the ball. Because Devin Vassell, I'm pretty sure the Spurs have told him, you know, let it fly if you feel confident. But because he goes in the game, he just starts shooting. Like, he does not care. So, yeah, what I'm trying to say is I don't think Devin Vassell is a placeholder until Derek comes back. That's what I'm trying to say. It doesn't feel like placeholders right now, where it's like, okay, we're just playing you until this player gets back. You know, it doesn't feel like that. So, yeah, overall, man, I think Devin Vassell will keep getting his minutes. And, you know, and back to the question in hand, though, if we're better without LA. As much as I harp on LA, as much as I hate on LA, I guess, and much as I get irritated with LA, much as I'm not a fan of LaMarcus Aldridge, as much as I've said this plenty of times, I would trade him for a ham sandwich. I've said this many of times, okay? I still will not, I'm still not oblivious to the fact that as this team is right now structured, if we want to do anything in the playoffs, we would need a LaMarcus Aldridge. We would need a star caliber or all-star caliber player. And LaMarcus Aldridge has been that in his career. Excellent scorer and all that. But we just got to find a way for him to fit. You know, I hate to say that he needs to take on a Pau Gasol role, because I liked Pau Gasol when he was with the Spurs. I know deeper later on, you know, it started looking pretty bad, but I liked him when he was first with the Spurs, and that was more of a straight up, you know, 3-point shooting role. Another thing I thought about was after we won our championship, okay, the Spurs won the championship, we ended up getting a lot of players that have been wanting to go to San Antonio, and we had a really good squad. Now, we didn't really do anything with it, obviously, but we had a really good squad, man. I just thought about it. Like, we had Pau Gasol. I know David West came to the Spurs, and David West could play, especially at that time. He could play. We had LaMarcus Aldridge signed with the Spurs. And it just makes me think, man, as soon as we get back to that championship caliber, we could probably get back to that. Now, not to say that automatically means we do anything, because it doesn't. It really doesn't. But, oh, yeah, David Lee also, yeah, and David Lee. Like, it was a lot of players, like it was known names, That was, man, it was crazy. It's crazy to think back and think that we had all those players, in hand like that. And that was really based on the fact that we just won a championship. It's crazy. That's crazy. Boban. No, we drafted Boban. But still, like, it was crazy. It's crazy. All these players wanted to come to San Antonio. So yeah, man. Hopefully we can get back to that level as soon as we're competitive again. I think players do want to come to San Antonio. I mean, San Antonio is, first off, okay, I've been to San Antonio a total of like 3 times. I freaking love San Antonio. Just the time I spent there, it's like it's my favorite place to go. Like, I've been a lot of places. I've been to I'm trying to think the United States alone. United States alone, it hasn't been crazy. Yeah, it hasn't been crazy, but I've technically been to Mexico. All right, technically. It was very tourist spot in Mexico. It wasn't Mexico. But yeah, I've been to Mexico, Europe, and then United States, Florida. Just trying to think everywhere I've been. In Texas alone, Dallas, San Antonio. But I want to go to Austin. I've never been to Austin. But what I'm saying is, I love San Antonio, and I could see players wanting to be in San Antonio, especially if you're like you think about the players we got, like LaMarcus Aldridge. He's a low-key guy, family guy, low-key guy. You think of, even David Lee, he was kind of a low-key guy. Pau Gasol, low-key guy. David West, low-key guy. So, yeah, I think that you can get players, obviously not those players, but in the future, you can get players that got that kind of personality, that's just kind of, chill, cool, that would love to play for San Antonio, that are highly talented. I think Devin Vassell, just as far as what I've seen and watched some interviews with him and his demeanor on the court, he's definitely a Spur. And I'm done. I'm officially done with judging. I'm officially done with questioning the San Antonio Spurs when it comes to them picking their players. I've done it a couple times. The last couple seasons I did it. I'm done. I truly believe in the San Antonio Spurs and what they do. Keldon Johnson is a Spur, and he plays incredible. Devin Vassell is a Spur, and he plays incredible. And when it came, and I know a lot of people want to go back to Kawhi, but I don't know, man. Kawhi was so weak. Like, we thought that he was a Spur, but then we always were like, dude, he's so quiet. Like it's okay to be quiet. There's nothing wrong with that. But he was quiet to the point where it was low-key disturbing how quiet he could be. When it came to like talking to the players, they were like, yeah, he doesn't say anything. It's like, I don't know, man. It's like you never know what's going on in that head of his. The fact that the Spurs tried to have like a group meeting just to see where his head is at was crazy. So, like, I don't know. I think Kawhi is an outlier, okay? And I think that, and the Spurs obviously didn't make a mistake by getting Kawhi Leonard, okay? We didn't make a mistake. We utilized him, helped him improve. He improved. He worked hard, and we got a championship out of it, So it wasn't a waste or anything like that by any means. But yeah, that championship set us up for a lot of things. What's up, Mario? Marrero? I I said Mario. Is it Marrero? I'm sorry. Patty has already said he has no desire to coach. Oh, somebody in the chat talking about coaching. Somebody's coaching. I think Manu could come back and coach. I think Manu could come back and coach. I was not crazy about people saying right off the bat Tim Duncan be the next coach. I wasn't crazy about that. I thought Becky deserved it, or she still deserves it. Are you going to be into live chat room today? Yes, I am. Tonight. Well, I don't know. I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna be in and out because I'm also doing a watch party with OOC gang. So yeah, I'm gonna try though. I'm gonna try to be in there. I'll be in there more often than not. But yeah, I'm gonna try to be in there. Hey, if you guys haven't, please, the world to me. As well as when we're done here, check out my last video. Okay. What I was saying was, please like this video. And when we're done here, please head on over to my channel and watch Like Ginobili and leave a comment on it. Okay. Engagements help people find it. Those songs thus far have not been doing as well as like the old stuff, and that's because I don't know, YouTube changed some stuff or whatever, but I think it has to do with engagements as well. So if you could head on over there, watch Like Ginobili. You won't regret it. It's the video I just uploaded on the channel yesterday. So watch that, comment on it, like it, share it, all that good stuff. So yeah, if everybody in here right now shared it with 2 people, that would be crazy. If you shared that video, Like Ginobili, with 2 people, that would be incredible. And since we're kind of off the topic now, I do want to at least mention what I've been thinking about doing. So like, I love writing stuff. Okay, I love writing music. It's super fun. I don't know if you guys knew this, but I got a music background. So I used to play in like orchestras. You know, this is throughout high school and stuff. I played in orchestras. I went to Sewanee Summer Music Festival, got into that. I was in All West. If you don't know what that is, that's like All West of Tennessee. Like, you compete and then you get into a band. Like, there's a whole bunch of bands. I was in that. So I played percussion. So that was, you know, xylophone, timpani, you know, snare, bass, all that stuff. So I was a percussionist. Now I stopped once I hit college because college is ridiculous. What they do with people that are music majors, and you have to take those music, like it would have been too much, especially with the major I was going in. So, but yeah. Anyways, long story short, I was into a lot of music, so I love music. So I've definitely been thinking about making more music, just making more music, and maybe even making a separate channel just for that. I don't know yet, but yeah, man, it's super fun to do, and it's like, I don't know, it kind of, I don't know, man, it gets that itch, you know, it kind of scratches that itch that I haven't had in a minute, because I've been out of music for so long. So it's fun. It's not anything that's just crazy where it's like, you know, I'm forced to do this, or I'm forced to, you know, put this amount out, or, you know, do crazy stuff. It's just something that's really fun to do, that I can do on my spare time. So yeah, I've been definitely thinking about doing that, and I really do believe I'm good enough to like make whatever I want to make. Let's see. I need Braun to play. I'm trying to see this matchup against Keldon. I feel you, but I'll be honest. Look, it could be possible that he don't play. It's possible that he doesn't play. And because we play them basically back to back. We play them in a couple games though, or a couple days, and then we'll play them again. So, I mean, it's a possibility he doesn't play, you know. I wonder, can I exit here? Hold on. Let's try to exit out of here. And honestly, if LA can't play, I don't care if LeBron plays. I don't want LeBron to play. If we can't have our guys, I don't want them to have their guys. Now, it will be a huge payoff. Don't get me wrong. Like, if we can manage to win, and we don't have LA, and they have their full squad, that's huge. But then again, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, man. I don't like. Okay, Lakers are gonna be okay, because obviously you got, you know, LeBron, and he's gonna have those guys in shape, you know, ready to go, blah 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 blah. But I'll be honest with you, man. I know they won a championship, and we're all like, oh my God, they won the championship. Like, yes, of course they're, you know, they're great. But honestly, man, the circumstances in which they won that championship was ridiculous. But, you know, they beat who was in front of them. They got the job done. You know, the freaking Clippers, you know, they didn't do it. You know, so I don't want to sit here and be like, well, if they went against the Clippers, then this would have happened. Like, no. So, and they won it, but the circumstances in which they won it, come on, bro. It wasn't. If the season would have went on like it did, it wouldn't have been that easy. Okay, let's just be real. The fact they had to go against the Miami Heat, it's crazy. The Bucks should have been there. I don't know what the heck happened with the Bucks. But no, dude, no. So don't. I'm not gonna harp on that. So I know that, you know, we're gonna look at it as the defending champion Lakers versus the San Antonio Spurs. I've seen the Lakers play, and even this year, and this is one thing I've always said. Okay, I think that the Lakers, by going out and trying to improve their product, I think they end up creating a more diluted product. And I said this before. I said it with the San Antonio Spurs, where people were saying, yes, trade this player, trade this player, trade this player, trade this player. I'm with trades, don't get me wrong. Like, especially this upcoming season, because I felt like, you know, we're kind of rebuilding stage. But when it was at a point where, like, people were saying, we need to trade Patty, we need to trade this player, we need to trade this, I said, if you keep trading it just for the the talent, if you start trading certain players just so you can say, well, let me get a more talented team on paper, that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to have a better team, because you're going to have more cohesiveness with certain personalities. And you know, prime example, Manu Ginobili wasn't, like, Ginobili, go watch that video, but Manu Ginobili wasn't the most athletic or most talented player on the court at all times. But oftentimes he looked like the best player on the team, and he looked like the best player on the court at times. And that wasn't due to his playing ability or his well, it was due to his playing ability, but it wasn't due to his athleticism and all that stuff. It was due to his cohesiveness with the group, his mentality, just how he approached the game, everything. So, you know, and I think that's what the Lakers just did. I think that by getting rid of or letting certain players go, and then signing Harrell or whatever, and who else did they sign? Who's the other? And Marc Gasol. I think all they did was give themselves a more diluted product. And now instead of just rolling with the same team you had that just won the championship, now you got more pieces to try to get together. So on top of the fact that them winning that championship was kind of the weakest way it could have went, and the fact that they switched to their team just saying, okay, let's make them better. I don't buy it. I don't buy that the Lakers are that great, to be honest with you. And as of right now, they're 2-2. We're 2-1. We'll see what happens tonight, but I would not be shocked if we beat them pretty good today. But we'll need. I think we'll need LA. Just if anything, LA will be a distraction on the court. You know, Lakers are overrated, Kenneth. And we'll see what happens tonight. It's gonna be a fun game. Like I said, go check out Order on the Court. So yeah, I'm about to go ahead and get off. But let me go ahead and say this now. So first off, check out Like Ginobili. All right, I'm giving you guys some homework before the watch party tonight. All right, so check out Like Ginobili on my channel. Last video I just uploaded. Comment on it, like it, share it, all that good stuff. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, I need you to join the group chat and join that giveaway, so you'll have a chance to get the Fiesta shirt. But join the group chat, link in the description. You'll see it. It says, I think it just says Spurs group chat. I think that's what I put. And then it's a link. You'll download the Flick app, join the group chat. Everything's all good. Everything's all Gucci. And number 3, join in during the watch party tonight on Order on the Court YouTube channel. And like I said, we'll be interviewing Paul Prezzi's son. So if you want some more information on Paul Prezzi, or you don't know who Paul Prezzi is, who used to play for the San Antonio Spurs, and you want more information on that, yeah, just check out our watch party. He'll be there during halftime, so I'm gonna send him the link prior to halftime, and then he's gonna join in. And mostly it's gonna be Harrison asking questions, to be honest with you, because I don't know a lot about Prezzi, but Harrison does. So it'll be a lot of Harrison saying, hey, you know, when this happened and I was geeking out, can I have your autograph? So all right guys, I'll get with you later. Until next time, deuces. Thanks for the love. Peace.